Hi everyone, hopefully everyone can hear me. I am watching the video so I can tell if nobody is. But how are we all? Hope everybody tuned in. We are live today from Peterborough, down in Peterborough, with Rachel Penny. How are you, Rachel?
Hello, you all right?
I'm very well, thank you. Thank you so much for bearing with me tonight with my technical issues. But how are you?
That's all right. I'm fine. I'm fine. A little bit nervous, but I'll be fine.
Well, I am looking, and we've managed to sort out the portrait problem. It's fine. I'm watching it on the phone. It looks perfect, so we're all good.
Oh, well done. I'll struggle to see the screen because I've got the ring light in front, so it's a little bit bright. But I'll just crack on, shall I?
Yeah, show us some avant-garde, please, and I will mute my microphone
Oh,
and come in when the questions start coming in.
yes, please. Well, firstly, I'll show you the style I'm aiming for, which I've already. Can you see that one?
Yeah,
That's
perfect.
it's a tree. So I've got the roots down below, and this is the bark, and then the tree on top. So that's what the aim is. But I'm going to break it down in stages on a different doll, and just show everyone how I do my zigzags, because I've done zigzags before, and a lot of people have said to me, "Oh, how do you do those?" And it is an old-fashioned way. It's with tin foil and my irons, and there's just certain techniques, because when I first started doing it, I put too much hair in and I didn't get the right creases in there, and it didn't work out very well. But I've found from trial and error there's certain ways to do it. So I find the best way is to take quite small, thin slices like that. Don't know, can you see okay there?
Yeah, absolutely fine. We've got a few people joining in now. We've got a couple of people tagging people, so I presume they're friends or tagging friends in it at least.
Oh, good. Right, what I do, just leave that section there, is I use normal highlighting foil and into three. So you make an envelope like that, and then take the hair, and you want it as flat as you can get it. And then at the top, I just use a little grip to secure it. And then you just make a little parcel.
We've got a nice message here from Rachel Louise Hampson, who said she's got an avant-garde competition next week. Now, she hasn't asked this question, but I'll ask on behalf. Any advice you give her?
Oh, I mentioned an avant-garde as well with Concept Hair magazine. I'm no expert on avant-garde, but I really enjoy creating different techniques and putting things together. It all depends. What's the theme?
Good question. Get back in touch with us if you could let me know what your theme is. We'll have a chat about that. So what's the competition? Talk to me more about that, please. That you're in.
Me,
Yeah.
Concept Hair magazine. They're doing a student competition, and the theme is safari for avant-garde. And they've allowed nationally, I think it's 150 entrants. So I've secured a place, and I need to put that in by the 17th of December. Yeah, so that's safari. So I'm not going to share what I've done yet because I want to keep it a little bit secret. But there are some elements of what I'm doing today, but this is a completely different style.
Rachel's come back to us. She's saying she's doing a safari theme.
It's probably the same competition.
Right. Okay. Brilliant. Is it the same competition, Rachel? Let us know. But talk to us then. So what category are you in again? Is it a student one or?
Yeah, it is just, I think concept is just for students anyway.
Yeah.
And so I'll just tell you, when I fold these, it's concertina style. And I try to actually, because what you want to do is get your edges. So you want to heat up your edges to get them as crisp as you can. And it's quite hot as well. I should have put a glove on. Yeah, so I'm doing the Avant-Garde safari. I'll not tell you what I'm doing. But I'll put it on my Instagram after the closing date. I'm sure we'll be allowed.
I will share
So
your handle now for you.
Okay.
I will share your handle for your Instagram for you now on the feed.
Oh, thank you. Right, so I've just popped a little clip on there. I'm going to show you that again in case anyone didn't see. Because what I'm going to do a bit Blue Peter style today, Simon.
Yeah.
So let's do one at the front. So I'd take a slice. And you want it as thin as you can. Because if you go too chunky, think about it, when the hair's bent, you've got too much to get a crease in. So you need it quite thin. As I say, I'm no expert, but this is all from trial and error. So you've got your foil parcel.
Yeah.
Pop that on. Catch it at the top because it is fiddly. And just pop a normal pin curl clip on just to hold it. And then when you put it inside, you just want to look where the hair's ending so that you can knit that up.
So obviously, avant-garde is something that I will openly admit is my weak part. Hair up in general is never my strongest part either.
You're really creative though, Simon.
Yeah, but I'm creative with like tools and cutting things off. I'm not got fiddly fingers, for want of a better expression. But yeah, just what in lockdown, what I've seen is more people having a desire to learn this skill set, myself included. So, and you mentioned you're a student. So, like, what drove you into this sort of competition?
Well, my background, I've got a degree in public relations and media,
Yeah.
and previously I worked as a professional fundraiser when I worked, and then I had my boys 9 years ago, and this is me wanting a change of life. I've always loved hair. I'm quite creative as well, and it's one of them things I've always wanted to learn. And I thought, right, the time's right. We're in a situation where I can go to college. So I started last September and just qualified my level 2, and now working on level 3. So it's the more creative stuff. So I'm looking forward to getting my hands on clients, really. There's been a lack of that this year.
Yeah, I must admit, forgive me for going quiet. People won't know this, but prior to this video starting, we couldn't get the video from Rachel's side to go into landscape, so we're trying to create a portrait video today. And as I'm watching it on the camera, I'm just moving around the adverts that I've placed because they don't quite fit. So that's why I've gone quiet. I'm watching it back.
Have you done that?
Yeah, it's all good. It's fine. Don't worry.
Right, I'll do one more of these. What time? Yeah, I'll do one more quick one, and then I want to show you a little trick I'm doing with the wave clips, because then I've got another dolly ready today, and I've done her a little bit more boho, but with the same techniques, and I haven't took her set out yet, so I have no idea how it's going to turn out, so I hope it'll be good.
Julie Medlin, who's a regular at the moment, I see her quite often, has asked the question, what is the idea of the concertina? I presume she means by the concertina.
To produce zigzags. I'll show you in a bit, but you can also, there's another technique that's really cool as well. Actually, I might do that on this one. So if you want zigzags, do the concertina, and I always start the bottom one under, because for some reason, if you don't, when the zigzags come out, they kick up and they look a bit weird, and especially with the dolls, if they've got different lengths on their hair and stuff, it doesn't look very tidy.
That's a
But
great tip, Gordon.
there's another method that I tried out a few weeks ago, and there's a picture on my Insta. It's the faux bob, and I'll show you now. So you go under,
Yeah.
and what it produces. So I would do bigger, about 1.5 inches. So you must do your ends. Oh, and always straighten the hair first as well. I've found that really helps if you straighten first. So all we're doing is making the crease. And if you keep going under, when it's set, and if you go around the whole head the same way, in the same place, so all your creases, you have to be quite vigilant and go in the same place all the way around the head, you end up with a beautiful wave effect. So it goes in and out, and it goes around the whole head. There's actually a picture. I did the style. It was called the faux bob. It's on my Instagram in black and white. I think I did it. So I'm just folding this under, and you would do it all the way round in exactly the same place, and it just gives like a beautiful, not a Hollywood wave, but a bit like a Hollywood wave with a difference. You've got that crisp edge going around. So I've done that one, and I'll leave those to cool. So that shows you how I do the zigzags, and I'll show you when I take the other set out, you'll see. So the other set I was going to show you is, let me turn my straighteners off. I actually use my really old straighteners for this because I don't like to use my new ones on the tin foil, and that sounds silly.
No, not at all. That sounds good.
It's just, I mean, it probably wouldn't hurt them at all. It's just that thought, isn't it? You don't want to use your good ones. So this one is, I'm going to create, let me just swap over again. So if you see on her side, these.
Yeah.
And they're rock hard as well. So you have to use a lot of gel. I'll show you in a minute. So, and I really love this texture that it gives. So I like the combination of the texture of that with the zigzags. I thought it worked quite well. So hopefully.
I do love sort of like finger waves and things like that because, like you said, it creates a shape, it creates texture. But I'm a big stickler for symmetry, and it also gives you that if you do it right. So I do like things like that, triangular symmetry, things like that's my kind of bugbear.
I know I do. Where I'm still learning, obviously, I can lack symmetry sometimes, and it will come with time. I do try.
Yeah, I think that's my bugbear though, because it's never actually perfect, is it? You're constantly looking at it in a different thing when it's your own set of eyes.
Yeah. Right, with this one, so I'll just spray down, and you can do it on wet hair as well. I'll just put some.
Alison Day's come on and said so creative. Jean Hayes has said fabulous. And then a friend of yours, I imagine, called Christine Canavan, has said, hi, Rachel.
Oh, hi. I don't recognise the name, but
it might not be a friend. I've called that out, but he spelled the name wrong, so sorry about
that. Right, so I've piled on gel there.
Yeah.
I'm coming under with the comb. This first one's quite tricky because you've got the roots from underneath. It gets better once you get past. So I don't go all the way down. I'll just take a nice section because once you get on here, it's a lot easier. So on there, then you lift up with your pin comb and then get that secured. these are just normal wave clips. So that's the first one in. And then obviously you've got to be really careful tidying this up then. So you bring that down. It's just like doing a finger wave, but the clips really help to keep it in. But what I like about the clips is you get that texture from each pin. I really like that.
Like, do you constantly apply gel? Does it to stop the hair drying out, or does it, the first
Yeah,
application work?
yeah, I'll keep putting it on. Now I'm using, because I ran out, I was using Tough Stuff from Affinage, which is great because it dries quite dry. This is my kids' gel, so it's not the best one. It does take a long time to dry, which is annoying. So then you just work them wherever you want them. I mean, if you wanted to take them around the head, you would just work in the direction that you're going in.
Claire Barker has said she's in the same stage as you at college, and she said, "I think you are really talented and amazing."
Oh, thank you. I'm not really. I think lockdown's done a lot for me because I've studied a lot during lockdown. So I just didn't want to waste all that time. What are you doing? I'm busy, babe. One of my boys.
Hi, mate. Julie Medlin's also put, I've also done the clip technique too. This is what I was taught at the college when learning finger waves. I was never taught this way, but I wish I was.
It's, yeah. I don't know how you would do it though. I mean, finger waves done properly, you would keep combing to get the smoothness, wouldn't you? But with this, you do get the pin marks.
Yeah.
You can't avoid it. So I don't know, would you do it wet? Would you do it without the gel? I don't know. I mean, I've used these for this reason because I really like the texture it gives. So I'm going to stop there because I'm aware that it's nearly 7:30, isn't it? But what I did when I got to certain, I think I did about 3 more. Can you see them both there or not?
Yeah. Yeah, perfect.
And then, hold on. She's got a bit battered, sorry. Then these are just glued and you use your pintail comb to make shapes wherever you want them. So you would, I'll just show you quickly. And there'll be people watching this who are proper experts at all of this, so I'm only learning.
You are an expert. Don't get that misunderstood. Can we just move the doll into the middle of the camera a little bit?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, perfect.
You got it?
Yeah, no, it didn't have to be. It's just I was slightly concerned we might be just off screen at that point.
Yeah. Are we back on?
Yeah, all good. Georgina Barnes says, "Hey, Rachel looks fab."
Oh, she's at college with me.
Jean Hayes says, "You are very artistic, Rachel."
Oh, thank you. Jean's very artistic. She's a fantastic stylist. So you just use the gel to position, and it is quite fiddly. Everything that I've done today is quite fiddly.
That's what we want to see, though, innit? I do this on lives. I do things out of my comfort zone on lives. For some strange reason, I put more pressure on myself.
Yeah, well, I wanted to design something good because I was really pleased that you asked me to come on, and I thought I've got to try and impress you.
No, exactly. Do you know that's what I do though? And I've done like 5 or 6 lives on L'Oreal Matrix, on Hair Socials, and every single time I do something, I think, yeah, that'll be cool, but I've not actually tried it, I've not tested it. I've just got an idea in my head.
But it's like this other set that I've done. I've not. I don't know what it's going to turn out like. So you get the picture there. It's just being very careful, lots of gel, and just using your pintail to make sure there's no strays or anything. So you could do whatever design you want to do there. So that's her set. Oh, let me just take this one out so you can see it's called down. This is the one that we did go in all the same way.
Okay.
So my hands are covered in gel now. Do you see? Can
Yeah.
you see how that's going? So can you see that okay?
Yeah, no, I love that. I love that.
So if you can get it, you'd have to, it takes ages, but you'd have to, you could do it by maybe just going around the occipital bone, and then just being vigilant of where each point goes, because you want them all to go around the same way. So you would have that going all the way round. But so there is I did take the time to do it one time, and there is a picture on my Instagram, and then I'll show you the concertina style, which is what we're doing mainly today.
So
So
while you get your second look over, I'll ask you a question. Where's your? Cause obviously, you've got a change of career. You're doing amazing. You're learning and you're entering competitions. You're doing everything right in the hairdressing sort of world. If you want to progress, where is your progression? Where do you want to be?
I really want to up my game on commercial styling, obviously.
Yeah, so
Um,
bridal and things.
I need the practice. I really need, and so I've gone to work in. Is she at the right height?
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, all good. Whatever you can
It's
see,
right
we can see.
there.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I love all creative, and obviously all hairdressing is creative. It's all amazing, isn't it? So I need to really get good at colouring, because I'd love to be able to incorporate colouring techniques to creative styling and cutting. So obviously I'm only a level 3, and I need the experience to be able to do that. Do you know what I mean? But I'd love to be able to combine the creative cutting, colouring, and it would be great to do some editorial work. But a lot of people want to do that, so it's quite competitive. I'm more than happy to do bridal work. I
Well,
just want to,
there's ways of looking at this. So, in my experience, I've kind of like done everything on my own. Like before I got branded by backed by a brand, I literally did everything on my own because I was from a small town, much like yourself. You know, out near Manchester by 40 minutes, if you can call that near.
yeah.
It all depends on
That's
what you.
like us half an hour from Peterborough.
Exactly, yeah. So it all depends on what you define as like editorial and things. Because, for example, round me there's a posh, if you will, magazine called Ribble Valley, which is like our nice area around us, so where all that the rich people live. And they basically, have big glossy cover shoots and things like that, but all advertising things. So there's always avenues into editorial, even if you think that you can't do it.
Yeah.
There's other avenues.
Yeah, anything like that. Even, like if local businesses wanted to do, like clothing shops wanted to do a catalogue,
Yeah.
and I can work together with them if they show me their started the designs, the clothes and things, and then if I can come up with something, together with them, I'd love doing that sort of thing, because I kind of work really well under pressure and with a brief. I think that's why I found this quite hard, because I didn't know what style to do, and I didn't know what techniques to use, and I wanted to show techniques that someone would want to learn. However, I mean these are very old-fashioned techniques. I'm just making them a bit avant-garde. That's all. I think in the 80s people used tinfoil to do their hair, didn't they?
Yeah, it's a cool little thing, I must admit.
You see, I'm taking them out now, but you don't mess with them.
Okay.
As soon as you mess with them, they go frizzy. They're gone. So you need to just take them out, and that's it. The least you touch them, the better.
I started off trying in the editorial world before I got my sort of like first chance at L'Oreal RD team. I started off doing the council, local council people.
yeah.
they have like marketing teams and things like that, and I just happened to do one of their hair, and then found that I wanted to do like a cover shoot that they were doing for, like Visit Burnley, sort of, for example.
Yeah.
So I said, well, I'll do the hair if you want for free. And then I did that for 2 or 3 years for adverts for them whenever they were doing anything local. Then next minute, because you've done,
It's good PR, isn't it?
yeah, exactly, because you've done local, you don't. They normally pick the best places that are historical or whatever in the town. So next minute, I'm doing Townley Hall, which is like a wedding venue looking place. Next minute you're
Uh,
doing photo shoots in there, and then you just build a portfolio to take with you to do whatever you want to do.
yeah. That's really. I would like, and obviously, I find it hard because of my age, I really want to fast track everything. So I haven't got time to mess about, and hence that's why I've tried to learn as much as I can in the year I've been doing it. But yeah, I still need to hone in on my commercial styling. But yeah, I would definitely, like you say, I would offer like local businesses just for expenses, really, isn't it? Just to get that coverage and get seen out there.
Yeah, well, like say, you've got a professional photographer, you've got the makeup artist, you've got everything there ready for you. You've just got to create the hair, and you've done it all for free, which is what you would have had to pay, up close to £1,000 for if you were paying everybody to do that job.
Yeah.
So if it's
Have you
something
ever done that? Paid for photo shoots?
yeah, I mean, I enter sort of competitions every year, so I kind of clump it all together to save money. So if I'm doing 3 or 4 models at one day, and then I'll spread them 3 or 4 models out throughout the competitions over the year.
Yeah.
So I'll think, right, well, this one looks really good, so I'll use this for the colour trophy because that's, that
So
will
you've
work out
really got
for the
a
main one.
plan, haven't you?
I'm just getting used to it because I used to be quite scattered, and I'm very impulsive. So say the competition closes 30th, and you've had 3 months to get it in. On the 20th, I think, right, I need to do that photo shoot this week. So I'm just a bloke. I'm just trying to get organised. But yeah, it saves you money as well because I use the same photographer for everything. So instead of 3 photo shoots a year, I'm doing one a year.
That's good, yeah. So I've no idea how it all works properly, obviously, and I do need to learn. And it'd probably be good to get with someone else if I can find someone local who does it, and then I can sort of assist them and get a feeling for it. Do you know what I mean?
Most people that I've worked with in the ID team that are unbelievable at hair up, because we all have different skill sets. They all wrote message after message to assist somebody, and next minute they're at London Fashion Week just holding pins, but you can
Yeah,
say you were there. Do you know what I mean? And you've got to open the door.
yeah, yeah. That's something I would be willing to do. I think I'll wait until I'd like to get a job in a salon and say I've got work experience in a beautiful salon locally. They're really good salon, quite prestigious, and I'm hoping that he might like me. But he has got a lot of stylists on, so you never know.
Well, don't
But
be
at least I'll get.
disappointed if it doesn't work out because many of people that I know go the opposite way to what you're going, which is the what you would know as the normal way. So you go into a salon, you find your feet, you get your clients, and then you try and decide that you want to do what you're doing now, which is hairstyling and photography and updos. And then you have to leave the salon to sort of take that seriously because you want the clientele with it. But
Yeah.
don't be doing disheartened because people like Naradu Arno, he just basically goes around doing branded photo shoots and hair for what they call Clean Bandit, the band. He does their hair and he just
Oh wow.
he just hires himself out as a session stylist, which is what you could become.
I'd love that. And I thought, well, maybe even because I must get experience in commercial styling, obviously. Um, but even if I did part time in a salon,
Yeah,
and then if I could pursue my own work as well, that would be good.
yeah, that'd be really good. The like you say, you'd be surprised though because most of these people that work on sort of fashion would never survive on a salon floor anymore because it's such a different job. It's so much more intense on a salon floor. I do both
Yeah,
sides of it at the minute. I'm a full time salon worker, and in the evenings and on my days off, I do my extra things like my footballers, the X Factor, RDT, what I mean now, Matrix, all that stuff. I do in my spare time, but I'm having to sort of come out of the salon world because I obviously had an accident, and then realise how strenuous salon life is.
Yeah, it's hard work, isn't it? But I think I need that experience.
Yeah.
As well, I think you've got to, haven't you? You've got to get that experience in.
It's the connections you get from it more. So, the people you meet, the opportunities come within the salon usually.
So I don't know how this is looking. This is the one that I said I just totally made up quickly. I thought I'd go a bit more boho with it.
No, I love it.
So I'm going to take off these clips now, and you'll see where you get the texture now. You see?
Just talk to us what you're doing there. You're pinning it down while you pull the clip out?
Yeah, I'm just using my tail comb. It takes ages to dry. She's not completely dry. If I'd have had my tough stuff, would have been a lot better. She's getting stuck because I said she's not completely dry.
Yeah, while you're doing that, Jean Hayes has commented, almost sort of echoing what we were saying there are so many bridal stylists that are not hairdressers but still do a fantastic job in their own role. You will find your right path, and I agree with that.
Yeah, Jean's very good. She's quite supportive. I've known her for some time online. We've never met. It's all this through lockdown. You kind of make new friends, don't you?
Absolutely. Like I said, Hair Socials was born in lockdown of me complaining that I didn't have the stage available to me that I think I deserved. And many of the friends that I thought, well, rather than whinge about it, I'll just make my own stage. But I haven't even had a chance. I've only done one live on Hair Socials because I keep giving them away.
I'll tell you what, I'd like to see you doing your fades.
Yeah, it's kind of. I just don't want to bore people. It's interesting, isn't it? Because like you said, when it's about yourself, you feel like it's boring. But when I'm watching you, it's not. It's furthest from boring.
Oh
come on! I promise you, I'll do. Come on, because Matrix have given me a sly kick up the arse by sending me 3 boxes of products and dolls and colours. So I presume they want me to do some content.
Yeah, they want you to do some colouring.
So I will do it. I'll get some colour. Anything anyone wants to see that's watching that you think you'd like to see in cutting, men's hair, or colouring, let me know.
Fade. I want to learn how to fade.
Well, I'll throw a fade in it.
All our tutors, they can't do barbering. They can show us barbering, but we can't get a certificate because they're not qualified in barbering, so they can't do it for us. But they can show us, if you know what I mean. But it's time as well, isn't it? Like this, I thought would work something like that.
Yeah,
but I'll try. Let's get my pins. I've got pin foil everywhere. My pins.
No, he's really good. That Rachael, it's fantastic.
I was trying for a bit more boho because the other one's quite stark, harsh. So I was trying for a bit more pretty.
See, I'm one of them that I don't. This is where my sort of stresses would kick in. I won't say anxieties. I don't feel like I struggle from anxieties in general, but I would be dying to just think. Wonder what that would look like brushed out at the back. I wonder what that would look like, and then I've ruined it.
Don't brush that out.
Yeah.
But this looks beautiful brushed out.
Yeah.
Really beautiful, but it's still a bit soft. I'll do it anyway. It does. It looks beautiful.
Oh, welcome to Pro Styling that have tuned in. Looking good, Rachael, they said.
Oh, thank you. I'm using a lot of their tools.
In the future, as soon as I email him back, which is he'll know is poor from me.
I'll see if it works. You get just like a super crinkly look. Just need to tease it a bit, otherwise you'll lose it completely.
Yeah.
There's still a fair bit of gel on there, so you can sort of soften it up.
going a bit more airy and a bit more fluffy, and it's a bit sort of
Bit more boho.
a bit more me as well. I like this because we all have a styles, don't we? Like I'll do something. Oh yeah,
Look at that. That's beautiful, isn't it?
yeah, really nice.
So you can, yeah, that drape's better now. You're right. Well done.
So, I just think usually I get this wrong though. I usually think I wonder what that'll look like, and then I've got to redo it all.
Actually, looks quite nice just down. I'm a bit. I like things sort of neat and then a bit of mess. I don't know what that is, but yeah. See, I get the impression you like everything really precise, do you?
I like pretty. I like precise is a good word. And I was L'Oreal sort of through and through, trained in the salon, and ended up being my first session-y type work there. And I say session because it was no hair up really. It was more sort of beautiful waves and soft hair and cutting bobs. But yeah, that's a bit of me really. A bit clean, but it kind of holds you back because you think no, you talk yourself out of things.
Sorry, that I'll just show you quick. That's how the zigzags go when you comb them out. It's a mess.
Yeah. Oh,
So it's not worth doing. So just to show you while you was talking. Sorry, I didn't mean to butt in.
no, you're not. You're all alive, my friend. I'm merely filling in gaps. It's interesting with the combing out the zigzags because I did like afro hair when it goes a bit when it's over processed with bleach and things, and it goes
Yeah,
it goes quite straight, doesn't it? Especially at the ends.
yeah.
And the last shoot I did, which is all the way back now at the beginning of 2020, sorry. I wrapped and wrapped and wrapped every single strand around a tail comb and then clamped it.
Oh wow.
It takes so long, doesn't it? But I mean, the results, like you said, when you're fanning it out and it's all fluffy, it goes massive. It's beautiful.
I think sometimes really good work sometimes does take a lot of prep and a lot of time, doesn't it?
Yeah,
Even like when you're just doing a full head of highlights or something. I mean, obviously I'm quite slow still, but when I do them, I really like to get very small weaves and just make it all look quite natural and things like that. I know not everyone likes that, but I don't know. It's all about taking your time and getting it all right, isn't it?
yeah. Well, I don't think you'll have to worry about speeding your highlights. So I think we found your niche and what is cool with you. You're going to be doing the hair up queen. I can tell you now.
Oh, I wish it'd be lovely, wouldn't it?
Gene Hayes has said we did something like this back in the 80s. We used fringe pins, wrapped the hair around them. And do you know what, Gene? You're right, mate. I think I actually did it round pins in the end. I think before
Yeah,
that I've done it in.
they do it around these, don't they? They're those.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. That's what I did it round. To be fair, I'm talking rubbish now. I'm
And
thinking
then it's little S bends, isn't it? And
that's
then
the one.
you can either leave it to dry or you can use your straighteners to heat them up.
That's the,
So time consuming.
it takes a while, but if you're getting a little assistant who can just pass you the pins, I mean, you'd be surprised how much time that saves you. Someone passing you a pin and having it ready for you.
Yeah, but that's when you're like a really top stylist like yourself. You can do that.
No, you
So
won't.
I've got to bend over and get my own pins and fold my own foils up and all that sort of thing. So
Yeah, this is the
she's
thing. You see,
kind
you've
of
got to ask people. You ask people, can I hold your pins for you? That's how I started.
I do when I do work experience, I do offer, and that's how you can watch what they're doing, isn't it? And you can learn so much from doing that. Right, that's her.
Beautiful.
So I won't mess about with those too much, but she looks quite pretty, I think.
Very
But
cool.
these dolls look pretty, whatever you do to them. These Lamars, don't they?
Would you ever embellish it? Ever? I don't do it much myself, but would you ever embellish them heads? Sort of like hair pieces and things.
I've only used clip-ins.
Yeah.
Haven't got any blonde. She's quite new, this one, and I've got brown clip-ins. I've got loads of dolls. I've got about 17.
Have you?
Another one of my favourites is behind you, and I'm not showing because that's my competition piece.
Yeah.
I'm quite proud of that. So I don't want to show anyone, if you know what I mean, until the competition's finished, and then I can show you. So this one, so they're quite different. So we've used exactly the same. Can you see them both? No, you can only see me, can't you?
If you move the
Can you
doll,
see which one?
if you
Blonde.
pull them both together a bit, and then the camera's slightly moved now, so they both have to go to your right. Oh, right there.
Are we there?
That's better. Yeah, there we go. See them both now. Perfect.
So we've used exactly the same techniques. Oh, the only thing I didn't talk through was I've used bungee tape, and I made like a tree because it's Christmas. I thought, right, so this can be like a tree. And the first time I tried it, I just did about 1.5 inches of bungee tape. I got that from Pro Styling actually. And you wrap it round quite tightly. Have you used bungee tape before?
I haven't. I've seen it first ever live by Elaine Celiaris, I pronounced it correctly.
Yeah.
And then it just went all mad after that on her socials. Everybody had it.
Yeah, it's really useful stuff. You can get your height, and you can mold the hair into different directions and things like that. So it's really cool. I think they do it in all different colours. I've got clear and black. So what I did is when I first did it, see there's a chunk, and then I did like this one, but it just didn't look right. I think I did it on not this one, I did it on the other doll. But it just didn't sit right and that. So then I tried doing it like a Christmas tree. So I left 3 arms and then wrapped again, and left another 3 or 4, then wrapped again, and then went up and left 3 at the top. So it sort of then comes down more like a Christmas tree. So you'll be hating this when you look, won't it? Because it's not very symmetrical, is it?
It's just more symmetrical than I get it, I'll tell you that. But it's it's beautiful. I like the wet look on the neck as well. It's really cool.
Yeah, and this part is because of the texture, and that's rock hard as well. You know, like really hard. I really liked the way that the texture looks like the bark on a tree.
Yeah.
So that's when I thought, oh well, I'll carry it on, and then get the roots of the tree. So this is the roots around the bottom, then the bark, and then the tree.
Got a very earthy theme there. I like it.
So that was the thought process behind it.
We need to spray it green at the top.
Hey?
Let's spray it green at the top to get like the earthy feeling on it.
Do you know, I did buy some, it's naphtha, some white hairspray, and I tried it on a different doll, and it's just like chalky stuff. It just wipes straight off. So, because I thought they would put some snow on, you know?
Yeah.
But no, it didn't work, so I didn't bother. I really like how this one's turned out as well, though. She looks quite pretty. The only thing this is like I say to you is you can get these ends, and you don't really want to cut them off, but it seems however you zigzag, you seem to get. I've tried doing the first fold under, which is what I do now, or out, and whichever way you do it, you just get these little wispy bits. And maybe someone's got a better way of doing it, and then they can tell me.
Yeah, no, any tips are welcome. We all have different skill sets.
Yeah.
I love it. Thank you very much.
And if anyone tries it, tag me on Insta so I can see.
Yeah, I put it in earlier on. It's at Rachael Penny Hairstylist, if I can remember correctly.
That's it. Yeah, Rachael Penny, AEL.
AEL, yeah, I get that wrong all the time. Don't worry, I do it with Michael as well. I get that one wrong all the time. Well, thank you very much for giving us your time tonight. Is there anything else you want to show us? Or...
No, if anyone's got any questions, if they don't get chance now, then if they can just pop it on. Do you leave this on? Do you leave it on replay?
Yeah, it'll be on. Sorry, yeah. I'm just putting your handle in. Yeah, it'll be on for forever. It'll also be on YouTube in about 10 minutes after the live, if that.
YouTube.
Yeah, there you go, YouTuber now.
Oh.
Tell your
Didn't
kids.
tell me about that one, did you?
Tell the kids they'll be able to watch it after fortnight.
They won't be interested.
No.
They'd rather watch football.
Dean Hayes has said, well done, Rachel. He's absolutely fabulous.
Thank you.
Linda Gilder, who's my mother-in-law, has said, brilliant. Um,
Thank you, Linda.
Julie put, stick some sticky gems along the waves. You would really glam it up.
Oh, yeah.
That's a good idea. Rachel Hampson has said, I love it. And a question from Julie Medlin was, what gel did you use? What's the one that you prefer to use?
Right, I prefer the Affinage Tough Stuff.
Yeah.
I've run out because I've been doing a lot of this lately because I said I was doing that avant-garde thing. This is just L'Oreal Supermarket, sorry.
Yeah.
It's just extreme hold L'Oreal. It takes a long time to dry. The Affinage one is so much better. You can put it. I've got like a little dryer thing I can put over the heads, and it'll be dry within an hour, and then you can take it off. But I just found some gems here. Who was it said put gems on?
Julie Medlin, I think. Let me just have a look up.
Have we got time to put a gem on? Where's she want a gem?
I think she said, let me just scroll back up to the comment. Stick some sticky gems along the waves would really glam it up.
All right. Oh, let's put a bit gold on because she's got gold necklace on. So, what? In between, or?
I think she's saying that. I'd have done the roots, maybe, I think, or what would you do? What would you do normally?
I'd probably just go up there, Simon.
Yeah, I'd have gone like hairline or roots, or you could even do it sort of from the bobble at the back, where it's because that's a gold bobble, isn't it, or whatever it is you put the hair up with. You could even sort of like scatter it around there.
Yeah, I'll just stick them on here for now.
There you go. But she'll get some pictures up, won't you, on your Instagram for everybody.
Yeah, it's just like Blue Peter, look, I told you, didn't I? Proper Blue Peter style. Here's one of them earlier.
Christine Canavan said, looks great. Jess Hayes says, on the crest of the wave.
At the crest. Well done.
But yeah, thank you so much.
Like here?
Well, let's have a look.
It's not sitting right. Not really sitting right on there, I don't think.
Not sure. You could. I like the ones on the roots. Do you know them sort of like fake nose rings that don't actually pierce your nose?
Yeah.
You could always put like a few of them on the waves. They'd be cool. You know where it bends.
Yes. Yeah, I've got not handy though. I've got another one of these with the tiny little silver ones on.
Yeah, they'd be cool, maybe.
Yeah. Yeah, they'd probably look a lot better. Oh well, we had to go anyway.
We did. Thank you very much for that, and hopefully we'll cross paths again on Hair Socials.
Sorry?
Hopefully we'll cross paths again on Hair Socials one day.
Oh yeah, lovely. Well, if you ever want me back, just let me know.
Oh well, let's tell you what. Why don't you come back and show us your avant-garde when you finish your competition?
Oh yeah, I'd love to. Come back on in the new year, yeah?
Perfect. Thank you so much and have a great evening.
Thanks ever so much for asking me, Simon. It's been really good. Good for my confidence.
Well, you deserve it, mate. I've asked you because I enjoyed your work, so thank you.
Oh, thank you. Thanks.